told you this would happen in our zoo, remain crazy billionaire!
My wine! Oh shit, my other wine!
It happened again, Chris.
What happened again?
Crazy billionaire opened up a theme park filled with dinosaurs and things went bad.
Yeah. Oh man. So.
Welcome to the Out of Touch podcast.
Okay.
He's,
I'm Bill. That's Chris. No wait, I'm Chris. That's Bill.
No, I think you had it right the first time.
Okay.
Or maybe not.
Flip flopped.
I'm confused.
Hello.
We're here to talk about Jurassic World.
Yeah.
The fourth Jurassic Park movie. But the first Jurassic World movie. That's not confusing.
No. So this is a soft reboot of Jurassic Park as well as a sequel.
Yeah, pretty much. It kind of ignores 2 and 3, but it also doesn't contradict them. It just doesn't. They just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
It's like, just go with it. Some time has gone by. Some crazy new billionaire has showed up. He's bought Injen, and he's opened up a park at some point in the past 10 or so years called Jurassic World.
Yeah.
And, well, they can't just leave well enough alone. Why settle for just regular dinosaurs when you could have a super dinosaur?
Yeah. It is so weird from just like the Jurassic Park world perspective where it's like every time they've done this, it's been a disaster. But I guess somehow they figured out how to do it the right way. So we got a fully functional Jurassic Park or Jurassic World resort with dinosaurs and everything.
It's mostly running smoothly.
Yeah.
They think they've gotten all the kinks worked out. They got tracking chips that tase the dinosaurs as they get out of line.
So I guess to talk about this movie, I don't know how to go about this. It's like the setup is what we said. It's Dinosaur Park.
And every year they feel the need to up the ante in terms of what they show at the park. And they've reached a point where, some people just don't really care that much about the dinosaurs. Because it's like, yeah, it's a Stegosaurus. Yep. Because people just got used to it. So now they're just like, well, what if we just create like the biggest, scariest, most awesome dinosaur ever?
Yeah.
What could go wrong there? Oh, everything, actually.
It's kind of ridiculous because when I'm thinking about this, it's just like they're dinosaurs.
Wow, enough.
Essentially, Jurassic World is just like a zoo, kind of like SeaWorld.
It's exactly like SeaWorld, especially the part with the mosasaur. That is straight out of SeaWorld.
So it's kind of like, regular zoos, they don't like crossbreed animals to like get more people to come in. Do they?
The white tiger.
Is that a crossbreed animal?
It's largely inbred at this point.
Oh, that's sad.
At least in terms of captivity.
Oh no.
That's not natural.
I thought it was a tiger that like lived in like cold climates.
No.
Wow, really?
No.
Oh no.
They're like albinos.
Oh no, they're abominations. I didn't need to know that, Bill.
I'm sorry to break the illusion of the myth of the white tiger.
Oh man.
It's all a lie.
Jeez.
A fabricated lie.
Wow. Okay. That sad aside. Yeah, Jurassic World. We've got Chris Pratt playing Owen, the raptor trainer / Navy SEAL, I guess.
Some kind of Navy guy, yeah.
Yeah. We've got Bryce Dallas Howard as the operations manager. I want to say Claire?
Yes.
Okay. Remembering these characters' names.
We got Claire's nephews, older kid and younger kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say Child A and Child B.
The kid that was in Iron Man 3 and the kid that wasn't in Iron Man 3.
Oh my god, you're right. That is the kid from Iron Man 3. I think his name was Harley in that movie.
You remembered that.
Yeah.
Not the name of the kid in the movie we just watched.
Hey, listen, when he played the kid in Iron Man 3, he had a lot more personality.
I think one of them was named Gray.
Like the color.
Yes.
That's a dumb name.
Yes.
Name your children better names.
Stop me. If you're getting your kid's name from a color wheel, you're doing it wrong.
My child's name is Indigo.
My child's name is, hang on, let me pick a random thing out of this Crayola box. Macaroni and cheese.
Verizon presents Radical Skedaddle. I don't know.
At least mine was a real crayon I had as a kid.
Yeah. But,
We also have Vincent D'Onofrio as idiot.
yeah, I was going to say, Injen, like, weird military guy. Man, this movie is so ridiculous. The short version of, I guess, the plot is they created an unholy abomination dinosaur that has the DNA of, like, every, like, apex predator ever in it.
Well, they say the base species was a T-Rex. We learn later that they realize later that they added raptor to it. Plus, we find out it's got things like cuttlefish, kinds of snakes, and all sorts of creatures. And that weird stew bred this nightmare beast called the Indominus Rex.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to say, like, it's got bear DNA, too.
All this comes courtesy of Dr. Henry Wu, back from the first movie,
Yeah.
played by B.D. Wong.
Who I guess is the ultimate villain of the Jurassic series.
Apparently so. He was so unassuming and friendly in that first one-scene appearance.
Yeah.
And now he's just like a weird mad scientist.
Yeah, I think it's more amplified in the second movie, I think.
Well,
more.
the seeds are there in this one.
Yeah.
It doesn't help that I also remember him because he was in Gotham and he played Hugo Strange, and they really leaned into the mad scientist of that version of Hugo Strange.
Okay.
He's just like, I'm going to experiment on all these people. Here's an ice guy. I'm going to make this guy this. I'm going to resurrect the dead.
Yeah. This is so ridiculous, this movie, because one of the main plot threads is Vincent D'Onofrio, which I do not know his character's name, wants to make an army of dinosaurs for the military.
He wants to weaponize velociraptors because someone that wrote this movie once read that they used to use dolphins in the military.
Yeah.
And you know, the canine unit exists.
Yeah. But it's so dumb. An army of dinosaurs.
It's not as dumb as the Jurassic Park 4 we could have ended up with.
Right.
The one with the human hybrid dinosaur soldiers.
Oh, man.
God, if they ever get to that, I quit this
I
franchise.
can only imagine, like, some dinosaur guy, and then he's like, I was once a man.
I don't know how that idea ever made it to concept art.
Yeah. But, yeah, so I guess we'll just kind of go through the scenes and some of the stuff that I like and dislike.
I gotta say, I don't know. It's definitely a nostalgia thing, I guess, where just the idea of seeing a fully fledged and operational Jurassic Park, in this case Jurassic World,
Yeah.
is kind of cool.
It is cool. Like, it's pretty much a theme park. You know, they've got all shops and like
They got
stuff.
their version of City Walk or Downtown Disney or whatever they call it now,
Yeah.
complete with product placements, Brookstone, Margaritaville.
I love how it's just like Brookstone, a store that no longer exists.
Womp womp.
At least not around here.
I don't think I think it might be gone.
Oh, okay.
Insert answer here.
Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting, you know, and it's weird because, you know, Jurassic World, you still have to fly to that island.
Or take a boat.
Yeah, by Costa Rica. And it's just like, okay, you're going to, like, spend some time at the park looking at the dinosaurs and stuff, and they have some attractions, but I'm kind of like, I feel like after you see the dinosaurs, like, what else is there to do there?
Well, there's restaurants.
Yeah.
There's stores. It's probably a beach. It's probably a nice beach.
Probably a beach.
I mean, there seems to be a lot of attractions. We only get glimpses of them.
That's true, because,
And that's at least a 2-day trip, at least, I think.
yeah, because it just seems far
Well-
for 2 days.
I mean, maybe you'd make it part of a Costa Rican vacation. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say,
Maybe,
like,
you know what? Maybe there's another island, and on that island are mammoths.
man, they've got like Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, and then we've got Ice World with Ice Age animals.
Exactly.
And then, like, even further than that, it's like we've got
There's-
Primordial Stew.
Or better yet, there's just like here's 20 years ago world. Look at all these animals that are now dead.
Welcome to human world. Look at all these missing links. Look at that guy.
I work here. I'm the janitor. Not that guy then.
But I will say this movie, the raptors, they're cute. They're pretty fun.
They're really trying to make the raptors into good guys.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because it's like they are absolutely terrifying in the other Jurassic Park movies.
To be fair, they have their moments in this one too when they turn on everybody and murder a bunch of people.
That's true.
Though Blue turns good again?
Yeah. I will say, besides for like one part in this movie, it doesn't really have as much like fear and suspense as like at least the Steven Spielberg movies. It's definitely actionier.
Yeah, this one definitely leaned more towards like high octane action than it did
Yeah.
for like suspense, and that's fine. It doesn't have to copy the original. Like even though it's like it's that classic format of a soft reboot, and it's like, oh, they're just doing the same thing again. It only does the same thing to a point. It doesn't follow the same beats over and over again. That is a problem with like the Lost World, where it's like, oh, we're kind of covering a lot of the same beats. Oh, here's a slow T-Rex attack in the rain, and they're attacking vehicles.
Yeah.
It's like we're doing kind of the same thing again. But now it's like, at least it's like, all right, yeah, we're on the island, shit's going wrong, but it's going wrong at least in a different way. It's one dinosaur that's causing all the chaos, and not like just the idea of like, oh, all the dinosaurs are escaping.
Yeah.
It's just this one psychotic monster that was raised in isolation, that has no social skills, no soul, no conscience, no fear, just an unending desire to kill and maim everything in its path.
Yeah. The Indominus Rex is so like crazy. It's kind of funny too that the guy who is, I guess, who owns all this stuff, kind of gets mad at the scientist. He's just like, how could you create this? And the scientist is like, dude, you told me to make this. What did you expect me to do with all the stuff you wanted?
It's like, we can't give it all those features and not expect it to be a savage beast.
Yeah.
Giant teeth, claws, they come with consequences.
Yeah. I do like, the BD Wong guy when he says to the guy, like we've been genetically modifying these things since the beginning. Like half these things wouldn't even look the way they look if we didn't modify them with other DNAs to fill in the gap.
And that's how you get away with not having feathered dinosaurs in the movie.
Yeah.
Though I have to assume, and this is just something that I've wondered about, and I would love it if they kind of bring it up in Jurassic World Dominion, where just Jurassic World and Jurassic Park in universe. I would like the idea of like, what if they've just set paleontology in that universe back just years, just because of public perception? It's like, well, no, I know what a T-Rex looks like. It looks like that. I've seen it with my eyes. It doesn't look like your stupid feathered chicken thing. It looks like that. It's like, no, that's not a real T-Rex.
Yeah.
Just like a very angry, disgruntled Alan Grant, just be like, fucking Jurassic World.
I don't know. It's weird because there's some implications in the world that I'm sure they don't explore, but it's just like, if you can make like genetically perfect dinosaurs and like crazy hybrids, are there like superhumans in this world too?
I mean, spoiler alert for the next movie.
Oh, are you serious?
Well, no, but it's a clone human, remember?
Oh, that's right. There is a clone human.
Thankfully, I hope they don't take it that far.
Yeah.
I don't want them to. We're so close to that, but I'm like, no, please don't cross that threshold.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs are enough.
Just gonna do Planet of the Apes with dinosaurs.
That's fine. That's all we need. I mean, it's kind of feels what the next movie is.
Like one of the dinosaurs will talk. It'll be
No.
a raptor. It'll just be like, no.
No, it'll be Alan.
Oh man. Yeah.
That dream sequence is one talking dinosaur too many. I don't want them to go that far.
That's true.
Just the idea of just like, oh, there's just dinosaurs everywhere. That's enough.
Yeah.
That's all his franchise needs at this point.
Yeah. This movie, it's a lot of action. I would say there's one scene that is absolutely horrifying with the one lady that gets eaten.
Oh, when the aviary gets smashed and all the pterosaurs just run amok.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Claire's assistant, he's not even a character, isn't mean, isn't nasty, isn't needlessly cruel. She's just trying to do her job, and she has the most horrifying death in the movie.
Yeah.
Because it's so prolonged. She's getting thrown in the sky, dropped in the water, and just swallowed whole by the freaking oversized mosasaurs.
Yeah, mosasaur.
Freaking kaiju thing. Fun fact about that girl.
Yeah.
Do you recognize her from anything else? Or maybe you don't, because I don't think you watched it far enough to meet her.
Probably didn't.
Lex Luthor's sister from Supergirl.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to assume this is her fate.
Okay.
You know, company went belly up, so she just got an executive assistant job, and she got eaten by a dinosaur.
Huh.
Supergirl didn't save her. Terrible friend. Which I think was a running theme in that show when I still watched it. Back before I stopped watching it.
Interesting. That's weird, though. Yeah, she gets a really gruesome death.
Like, usually you give a death like that to someone who's at least a bit of a dick. Like that guy in The Lost World. Oh, he shocked that compy for no good reason, and a bunch of compies ate him. Okay, that's kind of comeuppance.
Yeah.
Oh, the lawyer guy, he's a moderate dick, so he dies on the toilet, and your favorite death ever.
It's the best scene ever. Still hasn't been topped in any of these movies.
The deaths in this are pretty, like, snack, grab. Like, they're very quick. Like I said, the most prolonged, protracted death is this needlessly cruel. Like, this is the karmic death that a villain should get.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't Vincent D'Onofrio get a death this horrifying? Though his death was pretty brutal.
Yeah, you think, like, the, owner of the park would have got, like, a more, like, dinosaur-related death, but instead he's just like, hi, I drive helicopters.
Well, he died because he's an arrogant idiot.
Yeah. The scene where all the pterodactyls are flying around, I think, is, like, the scariest scene in the movie, just because they're attacking, like, all the normal people and stuff, and you're just like, oh my god.
That could be one of us getting grabbed by birds.
Yeah. My favorite part is the guy that's just like, oh, my margaritas.
So weird.
So weird. I'm just like, dude, there's margaritas, there's pterodactyls. And he's just like, oh, my margaritas. It's the best. We should probably talk about some of the characters, but besides for, like, Chris Pratt just being like, I'm an awesome badass who trains raptors.
And I'm coming fresh off of Guardians of the Galaxy, so I'm going to help push this movie to $1 billion.
Yeah.
Man, how happy were Universal when they realized that they got this guy right as he was just, like, exploding in popularity. They must have been just like, yes.
Yeah, pretty much. To
be fair, Claire has a bit of an arc. She's all buttoned up, stuffy, and then she's like, I gotta save my nephews. I don't know them, but I gotta save them.
Yeah.
I don't think I learned a lesson, but I gotta save them.
I mean, I guess, like, I don't remember what happens in the next movie, but I guess it's one of those things where when she comes into the next movie, she's like, spent a lot of time in the courtroom.
Well, it wasn't her company, so she's not liable.
That's true. And the head of the company got exploded, so...
That's the board of directors' problem now.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm a little confused. So the guy who owns Jurassic World, he also owns Injen?
Yeah.
But they're still, like, a separate entity from
It's
his company?
like a conglomerate.
Okay.
You own multiple companies, and one of the companies he owns is Injen.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Like, it's Maserati Corporation, and amongst his companies is Injen.
Okay.
And, Jurassic World would be listed as its own separate company as well. It's a theme park.
Right.
I think that's how that works.
I I guess. Probably.
What? You own your animation studio, your film studio. They're separate divisions or companies or some bullshit. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. We're not business people.
I know business people.
I do too, actually. Should ask them. But,
I don't think they would know anything about this.
yeah.
The fictional goings of a company that doesn't really exist.
What's their stock trading at? Is it a good investment?
Should I invest in Injen? I think they're due for a win.
I think they're due for a win.
It's like, yeah, when they stop getting people eaten by dinosaurs.
Man.
It keeps happening.
Yeah. It is so ridiculous, like, this genetically modified dinosaur, because Indominus Rex is almost like a 5-year-old's, like, creation in the way where it's like, it's the ultimate dinosaur. It's part T-Rex and it's part raptor. It also has chameleon abilities. It can hide its body heat.
And yet it's nowhere near as ridiculous as the super dinosaurs I used to draw when I was a kid. Because it doesn't have Triceratops horns and Stegosaurus, Ankylosaurus tails.
It's true. No, the only thing it doesn't have is armor. And it can shoot lasers out of its mouth.
Fire breath like Godzilla. Oh my god, could you imagine if that thing just like flipped open like a freaking fin thing like the Dilophosaurus and just started sucking acid balls at people?
Man.
That'd be insanity.
Yeah. But this movie has some ridiculous looking things that are kind of unbelievable. Like when Chris Pratt is training the raptors and then eventually he's riding through the jungle with the raptors while he's riding a motorcycle. It's got like 4 raptors running alongside him, and I'm just kind of like, man, what am I watching? This is so silly.
I remember what that was like in like the first trailer, and people were like, what?
Yeah.
Is he getting chased by them? Is he working with them? What's happening in this movie?
Yeah. It's like so silly.
It leads to one of my favorite parts of the movie. Just something, because especially after I had read it in the original novel, that I just always wanted to see. A fucking raptor just getting blown up by a damn rocket. Because I'm like, finally, somebody's actually killing these damn things.
Yeah.
I really hope we get some dinosaurs blown up in Jurassic World Dominion. Just fucking mow some of these damn things down, damn it. They deserve to die.
Oh, man.
Except the T-Rex. You leave that T-Rex alone.
Well, I guess we should get to the monster fight at the end of the movie.
It's kind of the center. That's what the whole movie built to, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's they're like, oh fuck, he's taking out all the raptors. What do we do? Claire's like, I know. I'll run in my high heels to the T-Rex thing, and they stick the damn T-Rex on it.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad plan. Not gonna lie.
I mean, if anything could compete against the Indominus Rex, I guess it would be the T-Rex.
It's literally the only hope they had.
Yeah. It's so weird.
Not sure what happened to all their rocket launchers. Just saying, a rocket launcher would have came in real handy.
Yeah.
But you know what? In a moment where you actually just want a cool movie moment, yeah, T-Rex, obviously. Because there was no T-Rex in this movie until then, really. We see it for like a second, and then not till the end.
Yeah, it is kind of ridiculous, that fight.
We get a little take that at the Spinosaurus. T-Rex bursts through the Spinosaurus skeleton, starts taking it to that Indominus, starts almost immediately losing.
Yeah.
Then the Raptor's like, tag me in, bro!
Yeah. I feel like the escalation of the fight ends up with, like, the true, like, ultimate dinosaur, which you say is actually not a dinosaur.
Mosasaurus is not a dinosaur.
Yeah.
It's an ichthyosaur. Pterosaurs, ichthyosaurs, not dinosaurs.
Okay.
So the pteranodons and stuff, those aren't dinosaurs. Mosasaurus, not a dinosaur. Plesiosaur, not a dinosaur.
What is it then?
Ichthyosaur.
Ichthyosaur.
Ichthyosaur, because they live in the water.
Oh. Okay.
They're related. They're like cousins. Like
Right.
the same way like an alligator is.
Okay.
And, the ones in the sky, there's a pterosaurus.
Interesting.
Appropriate name considering their role in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, they are terrifying. Also,
Funny thing is, they're probably not that dangerous because they're like fish-eating birds. They wouldn't even be able to lift a lot of those people up.
yeah, I guess, like, in reality, they wouldn't, like, go after, like, humans, but I guess I don't know though. Maybe to those dinosaurs or pterosaurs, they're just like, hey, look, monkeys.
They wouldn't. There were no monkeys when they lived.
I guess that's true, huh? Yeah. It's-
Again, you know, some of these things, they have their sizes exaggerated. The mosasaurus size is fucking really exaggerated. They
Yeah.
freaking kaiju that thing a bit.
It like literally eats the Indominus Rex with like one chomp.
Ridiculous. And I feel like they've just made that thing bigger and bigger. That thing is like capsizing boats and shit. I'm just like wondering, how the hell has nobody killed this damn thing? Come on, we got like these submarines and shit. Blow that thing out of that fucking water.
It's unkillable.
Bullshit.
It's like a Captain Ahab character in the next movie, and he's just like, someday I'll catch it.
It'd be funny.
But yeah, you know, overall, I'd say Jurassic World is like okay. I would say it still really doesn't live up to like the original two movies.
The original one, it's hard to live up to that.
And I think like this movie might just have maybe almost like too much happening. Cause you kind of like see a lot of stuff, but like nothing kind of sticks with me after watching it. It's hard to explain, but it's like there's a lot of, you know, big set pieces. Like there's the thing with like the kids in the orb getting attacked by the Indominus and stuff, but I guess like nothing is like paced out the way those original movies are, where you're just like so into that moment where like the dinosaurs are attacking the people that like you just like feel it. But these movies, it's kind of like there's like no build up to anything. It just kind of happens. And granted, it does it better than Jurassic Park 3 for sure, but it's like very different. It's like more actiony, but I don't know. I just feel like it's not as good as the other Jurassic Park movies, like at least 1 and 2.
I get that. I'm not sure where I put it. I think just having seen Lost World relatively recently, and I'm just like, it's got a lot of good T-Rex stuff in there. So I'm just kind of like, I lean more towards that as my second favorite right now, I think. But I think I like this. It is like a bit of a roller coaster ride. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know, I disagree about the pace. I think they do a good job of building up the menace of the Indominus, and it's like when they first like show it off, like when it's like lurking in the shadows.
Yeah.
And then like it's like, oh, where'd it go? Where the fuck did it go? Oh fuck, it's in the cage, and then shit just goes crazy from there. Like I think that has a good amount of rising tension, and then it's just kind of chaos after that.
Yeah, that's a good point. And yeah, I'd agree. Like the whole build up to the Indominus is pretty good, especially with like the claw marks, and they're like, it climbed out of the cage, and then they're like, it didn't climb out of the cage.
Dun dun dun.
Which is kind of like, oh no. And it's like weird that like they, in the actual like sanctuary, it's like they don't have access to the computer to track the Indominus. They have to like call the command center for some reason. I don't know.
I mean, it's weird that she ran all the way to her car to make that phone call. She should have been making that phone call right now. Where the fuck is the Indominus Rex?
Yeah.
And they were like, it's in the cage. It is? I don't see it. Oh shit, there it is.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh man, that was crazy.
Also, you think like they would have like some sort of cover over the cage too?
I would make any kind of cage containing a theropod 1,000 feet high.
Yeah.
Electrified, razored, fucking machine gun turrets. I would not even leave anything up to chance. There'd be a moat, and in that moat there'd be spikes and flamethrowers and machine guns and more machine guns.
Or at least like electrified mesh on the top.
No.
Like it tried to
Take no chances.
Yeah.
I would take no chances. And then, in case the electricity fails, a tripwire system, just acid.
Take all these precautions to keep in this like dinosaur. It's like, I'll make the most advanced artificial intelligence ever to keep in this dinosaur.
Create Skynet.
Yeah.
It's like, oh fuck, I created a different franchise.
It's like it destroys all humans and keeps this one dinosaur from escaping.
Oh god. Oh man.
But Yeah.
I would have, I'm not gonna lie, when the kids go to the visitor center from the original movie, it's kind of neat. It would have been kind of cool if at least like the little one like was just like, oh my god, is this what I think it is? Like they just kind of like, oh, we're just here. It's just for us to be like, I remember that.
It's kind of funny that this Jurassic World is built, on the remains of Jurassic Park. And I guess people know what happened at Jurassic Park.
It's not a secret after the second movie.
Yeah, so it's just like, hey, you remember that place where all those dinosaurs escaped and killed a bunch of people? Well, guess what?
Build a family theme park.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they took advantage of the fact that people were confused by the existence of both that and Isla Sorna. And it was just like, which island had all the people die on it?
Both.
It's like, no, it was the other island.
Yeah.
It's definitely the other island. It's weird. It is weird because it's just like, how did that announcement go down? Where it was like, we built Jurassic World. You did what?
Yeah, you think like some sort of like government bodies would be involved and just be like,
Maserati must have paid off a lot of people.
yeah, I guess that's like true, and I guess that would happen in real life where it's just like, oh, you can't do this. It's like, how much do you need for your campaign, Senator?
And I'm sure there's a contingent of people who are like, I'm not going there, but enough people are like, dinosaurs?
Yeah.
I'll go. And then, a decade of nothing bad happening lulls people into a sense of security, and then shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
And somewhere, Ian Malcolm's like, knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew this would happen. I told him. I told him. I told him the first time.
There's always those people, too, that, like you said, they would go there for the dinosaurs. It's like, what if they escape? Man, if that thing escapes, I'll punch it in the throat.
And you know what? Off screen, that happened, and that guy died.
Yeah.
He punched one of those pterosaurs. He got his fucking eyes pecked out.
Yeah.
My God, the lawsuits. So many lawsuits.
Oh, indeed. Yeah, so I don't know what else to say about this movie.
This movie came out in 2015. That was like the year. That was like the birth of the soft reboot in the modern era. Because it was the same year as Creed and The Force Awakens.
Yeah. And
I would say out of those three, this is the one that's held up the second best. Because Creed is still great.
Yeah, I would say Creed.
And I just can't even look at Force Awakens anymore.
Nope. But that's a discussion for another time. So
yeah.
I guess thanks for watching the Out of Touch podcast. I hope our podcast was coherent this time.
If a billionaire opens up a crazy theme park on a tropical island somewhere, don't go to it. Don't go to it. Don't go to it.
No.
Insert relevant joke here. Good night, everybody.